Have you ever loaned a man $500, $1,000, someone that you're dating, someone that you're not dating?
The question is it too much to loan the man that you're dating $500, or the one that you're no longer dating $1,000? Is it 500 or 8,000? Which is too much? You think $500? Maybe your man just like, babe, can you borrow me $500 there? Or maybe your talking stage guy, you guys are on talking stage, and it's like, can you, loan me like $500? I'm gonna pay you back, or $1,000. I'm gonna pay you back. Is it okay for you to loan a man that you're dating, or the ones that you're on a talking stage, or the ones that is your ex, the one that you're no longer dating, that kind of amount of money? What is the amount of money that you can loan your man? So that's conversation we're having in today's video. Let's watch the video together, then we'll come back and discuss.
Today, I'm going to do a story time on how I unintentionally started a Build a Man Foundation in my community of friends slash exes. Yeah. So, as you can see from the question in the description was, have you ever loaned a man $500, $1,000, someone that you're dating, someone that you're not dating? Again, for these videos, I'm sharing lessons that I've learned for myself, so hopefully I don't repeat the same mistakes again. And if along the way I help someone else maybe learn a lesson from my own life experiences so that they don't have to learn the hard way, that would be beneficial too. So yeah, let's get into it. I think, my issues with taking care of people started very young, right? And that translated into the relationships that I've had. Starting from my very first boyfriend, which was the $70 ring video that I made previously. So if you don't know what that is, you can go back and watch it. But yeah, that's where it really all started, right? And so, fast forward years later, and I'm dating these guys, like my previous boyfriends, right? And I'm doing things that, hindsight is 2020, that now I would not do again. But I think I have set the precedent for some of this, is that if a man asks me for money, I will give it. Now, I'm accepting responsibility for that, because that is something that I was saying that I was okay with at the time, and that is why they have asked me. Okay, so the first guy that I'm going to talk about is, well, obviously the mechanic, right? That some of you guys know from my previous stories. So when we were dating, I also volunteered to pay all the bills for a certain time period while he was paying for some of his own stuff. I should not have done that. I will not ever do that again in a relationship. But this point is about that man. So even after we broke up, for years later, anytime that he needed extra money, he would message me. And I've put, I'll put it in the video right here. So, he asked me if he could borrow $500. And, I was trying to break that cycle of people asking me for money. So, my friend helped me come up with a response that I felt like was kind enough. That was like a gentle letdown, which was, oh, I think I cannot help you right now. I've paid a lot on my credit card bill. So, unfortunately I can't help you. I really feel like I should have been comfortable just coming right out and saying, no, I don't want to give you $500 and please don't ask me again. But, that was hard for me to do. The second guy, after, that was years ago, right? So then I had dated another guy, which was very briefly, and he was a student, didn't have a lot of money. I occasionally would give him money, even though I tried, to do very small amounts. But then, after we had broken up, over a year later, I get a message asking me if he could borrow $500 for his car. Well, I'm going to put it here in the video again, but once I had said no, he went back and deleted all of those messages. But you could still see where I'm saying no, like hopefully you figure out the situation. Hopefully they can go down on the car or something. Um, but yeah, that was another incident where a man after years later is asking me for money. And I was starting to feel really bad about it because I'm like, I set that precedent, yes, but like, why, like if it's someone I'm dating, so why is it like after you leave a relationship a man feels like that they can do that? And it's all about like how you made them think that they can treat you. So I want to make that very clear. So I am now changing that. I'm in the process, like I've been doing this for at least a year now, where I've only given money once, and it was a very small amount for an emergency. So and this year I have not given any. Okay. So I feel like I'm doing really good. But I got another request, which was, I think this was this week or maybe last week. I don't remember. You'll see it in the video too. And it was for $1,000 from, someone that we didn't really date, but we were talking, in the talking stage or whatever. And he asked me for $1,000. And I think, I took a little bit to respond because at this point, it's a pattern now. And I'm recognizing that a lot of these men feel like they can do that. I've had random people ask me for money, and somehow I give off people that I've never given money to. And somehow I've given off that I will do that. And I hate that. And so that's something that I'm trying to fix. And that's why I've been saying no, which you can see in the video and the messages too. So if you're someone watching this and you are a giver, put up boundaries, and very firm boundaries very early on, which I'm good about putting up certain boundaries, and obviously not all boundaries like I should. So if you're someone watching this and you have been in a similar situation and you find yourself like attracting, I guess, maybe guys that see who you are as a person, they see your heart, and maybe they don't realize that they're exploiting that, or maybe they are intentionally exploiting that. I don't know. But if you find yourself in that position, just don't do it. Don't do it. Like, say no. I just think like protect yourself and protect your heart, because no one else is going to do it for you. It would be nice if, people could find other people that want to protect them in that way. But so far it hasn't happened for me. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But in the meantime, like, I'm going to have to do that for myself, right? So anyways, that's my very short story today. Well, I try to keep it short. I know some of y'all are going to come at me for the the long video, but yeah.
So the question is $500 too much to loan a man that you're dating and or not dating, or probably $1,000? It will depend on how much you're making. It depends on how much you're making, okay, and how much you have to let go. Because I personally feel like if somebody is asking you money to loan or something, is money that you just want to let go. It might not even be your boyfriend. It might be your friend. It might be your family. It might be a stranger. Anybody wants you to borrow them money. Make sure it's the money that you can let go. If you cannot let go $500, don't borrow. And the thing is, all these men, they want on the talking stage. Because I saw another story time of a lady that was saying a talking stage guy wanted to borrow money from her or something. Anyway, the talking stage guy that is asking you out, I want to borrow money from you, is with you because of the money he thinks you have. Because there's this new scam now in my country. Let me just you people. So a guy will ask a girl out. The guy he's gonna act like he's rich. He was driving the latest car, the latest Benz, and wear, designers up and down. They'll be talking on the phone. They might even send that money. No, It doesn't send that money. Sometimes it send that money, sometimes it doesn't send that money. But I think most of the time they just act like they are very rich. And when you know a Lagos big boy, you will know with the way the places they go, what they drink, what they wear, and all of that. Anyway, so they're gonna act like that and all of that. So the time for the date, okay, let's see. So the new scam is that they'll give you address. They'll give you an address for probably a restaurant for you guys to meet up. So you're gonna leave your house. According to the girls that they've done those things for, they came to do their story time. They said you will leave your house and probably order a ride to take you to the place. So on your way there, he's already texting you like, "Are you on your way?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way." Okay, when you get there, let me know. Da 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 da. So when you're there, or when you're close to when you're close to the place, let me know. So when you're close to the place, you will now tell them like, "I'm close to the place." Da 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 da. You guys, the next thing they'll send you a message and be like, I'm actually running late because I want to pay for something, like probably a dispatch rider, or maybe most of the time they say they want to buy, um yeah. So they'll be like, can you just send me? They'll ask for a very small amount of money, as low as $10, right? They'll be like, can you send me $10 so that I can quickly sort out this thing because my app is not working and I need to do this thing on time so I can come and meet you. You're already on your way. You've paid for the ride, or you know that you're going to pay for a ride, and you're already on your way to the location. And the date is telling you for me to come. Oh, I'm stuck here. I just need $10, and you're like, this guy is a big boy. What's $10? Let me just send him the money. So you're gonna send the money, and immediately they block you. So apparently, that same day, they used to have a lot of dates, a lot of women that they are kind of conditioning to meet at that same location. So they kind of send that same, they do that kind of strategy and tell you to send money. So imagine how many women are going to send $10 for them that day. So that's their own kind of hustle. So when it comes to you borrowing a talking stage guy money, zero. I'll never advise you to someone that you're just getting to know is asking for money is a red flag. You shouldn't even give him anything, in my own opinion. Then someone you're dating, it depends on how much you can let go. And it depends on where it's coming from. Because just as she said she has lent small amount of money for emergency. Yes, you can do that out of the kindness of your heart. But some people actually take that for granted. They see that, oh, this person has and she's very kind. So when I ask her for something, it's easy for her to just give. So they keep using that advantage, to get money from you. If you notice that, or if your mind just is just otherwise, don't give. So the one you are no longer dating. For me, yeah, the one I'm no longer dating, it depends on how much you have invested in me to determine how much I'm going to give you. If while we're dating you did not give me money or you didn't spend or you were stingy or something, yeah, I don't have. Okay, there's nothing you can. I'm not gonna explain to you why I don't have money to borrow you. I'm not gonna explain. Oh, give me. I don't have. I don't have. Period. I'm not gonna say. Oh, I just paid my rent. I don't have. Okay, so the one you're dating, you can still give. You can still borrow. It depends on the amount of money you're making. So that particular amount of money will depends on how much you're making. Imagine someone that is making like 1,500 a month and you're telling me I should borrow $500. Why? That's like almost all my salary because I'm still going to pay bills out of the 1.5 that I'm making in a month. So why should I borrow $500? That's a lot, right? I can't answer that question and tell you yes, 500 is too. I'll tell you it's too much. Why someone that is making a whole lot more than that can see 500 as $5 and they'll be like, what's $500? That's just a chicken chain. And they can just give you and let it go. So it depends on how much you can let go will determine how much you can give him. But I personally feel like men that always keep on asking, if it's a one-time thing, fine. Or probably it's an emergency, not the all those talking stage. Those talking stage emergency, they are scam. Okay, I'm giving you guys updates. Those ones are scam. But the one you're dating, it can be an emergency and money that is reasonable that you can let go. Make sure it's the money that you can let go, no matter how much, no matter the story of borrow me. Like, make sure it's the money you can let go. If you cannot let go that money, don't let it go out of your account. That is just my own take. But then I'd like to know your own take down in the comment section respectfully as always. Sugar Mary Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.